At Total Pharmacy Care, we fill your prescriptions and answer any questions about your medications. No distractions and no long lines. Tell your doctor to send your prescriptions to Total Pharmacy Care. Welcome back to another episode of the Unwired Appalachia podcast, brought to you as always by the Appalachian newspapers. Season 2, episode 25. We're getting up there.
25, yeah. I said Anthony Epps. I mean,
halfway to 50.
I'm not. Who you got?
You
got nobody?
Well, Derrick Rose, Minnesota.
Yeah. I think I'm going to just go Dan Issel. Shout out to Dan Issel.
All-time leading scorer at UK history.
Unbelievable player.
Yeah.
We never saw him.
No, we never saw him, but I've seen some highlights.
Yeah,
I've seen
Dan
some old videos.
Shout out to those short shorts, too.
Yeah.
Those might make a comeback. What do you think, Josh?
Josh
They already have.
Josh is trying to make them come back, so we probably don't need that to come back.
Those are panties,
Have you
man.
seen
You hate to
basketball
see it.
players these days? They roll their shorts up 3 times when they put them
No, but
on.
not like this. That's next level.
Yeah, that's next level.
We're probably getting off to a bad start here. So let me take a second to thank our sponsors. It's flu season. This guy knows that.
He knows
all
it.
too well.
He knows it.
He's been a victim of the flu.
Several times.
The professional pharmacists at Nova Pharmacy and Caremore Pharmacy want you to get vaccinated, and you should get vaccinated. It's just a good idea. It's going to protect you. These two guys and Corey, flu-free.
Flu-free.
No flu for us. Call Joel or Sandy Thornberry today and get vaccinated and stay healthy. Nova Pharmacy is 606-432-2274 or Caremore Pharmacy at 606-639-2273.
We're also brought to you by Bruce Waters. Bruce Waters has just updated the pricing on all their new inventory. Check them out at brucewaters4.net. You know, I took my own advice a couple weeks ago and went and got a new car at Bruce Waters. That's where I went.
Very nice car.
Yeah, thank you.
Great deal.
Oh,
Dude,
great
deal.
Great deal. Great guys to deal with. If you're like me, just take our advice. Go see the guys at Bruce Waters if you need a car.
But what's the gas mileage, Randy?
It's phenomenal. It's between 30 and 40 miles a gallon.
Better than a truck.
Way better than a truck.
You're up, bud.
By the way, if you're looking for quality care for your loved ones, look no further than Presbyterian Homes of Cedar Creek and Good Shepherd at Phelps. Both facilities treat your loved ones with care and respect. They offer therapy, daily activities, exquisite cuisine, and home-like settings to make your family members feel at home. Call to schedule appointments today at Cedar Creek. Call Jessica Thacker, who is Trevor Thacker's wife. We've had him on the podcast several times.
Works for the newspaper.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Really good writer out here.
Great rider.
You should read. Should read his word.
You've heard.
I was making a joke. But you can call them at 432-8243. And at Good Shepherd, you can call 456-8725. Caring for your loved ones is what they do best.
I feel like that was a ricochet shot.
I think so, too.
A little bit. We love you, Trevor. As you can see, joined by the usual cast of characters, regional sports editor Randy White, staff sports writer Joshua
Blankenship.
Well, I know his last name. I was trying to go
Big Lens.
Big Lens. I don't know.
God.
I just didn't really know where I was.
He's got many
with
nicknames.
A man of many nicknames, and just internet. He's the Tri-County man of mystery.
He is. Which I think so much the mystery is going away because everybody loves him now. They come and talk to him. He can't go in a gym anywhere without people swarming him. So
he's the most popular. It's like you see this guy walk around like the Tug Valley area. It's like Elvis is in the building.
It is.
I don't know if I've reached that level yet. I'm more like a prime Michael Jackson.
I mean, that's
prime Michael
Jackson.
Oh
that's
my
a
goodness.
Tough comparison.
Wow.
You hate.
Wow.
Yeah, you hate to hear that.
He'll show up with bubbles next week.
Would Prince be more relevant? No.
Anyway, let's we're gonna just move right along from there. Thanks again for joining us for another episode, and we'll start out with the All-Star game. NBA All-Star game was this weekend. New format for the All-Star game. Well, first off, pretty good showing by a couple of former Wildcats. Bam Adebayo won the skills challenge. Big man wins the skills challenge.
Quickness and long range shooting.
Yeah, man.
But does it surprise you, though, the way he's played this year? Especially being able to bring the ball down the floor as a center, which is, they put a lot of trust in him this year.
Yeah, and that credit to this guy. I mean, he's the only one
he's been saying Miami
all
year.
We really Miami Heat shamed him when he said that. I was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And then Miami Heat had another showing that
Two
night and
All-Stars.
won the dunk contest.
Yeah, which by the way,
that was
ridiculous.
Stupid, though. Yeah, I didn't
Aaron
like
Gordon 100% has
Oh,
now
yeah.
been robbed
Twice.
twice. I mean, that's an absurd. Just I can't believe
that
they
the
didn't
dunk
have him.
that Jones Jr. did.
It was great.
It was
dunk.
phenomenal.
Yeah, it was great.
But
dunk.
if you look at the whole body of work that night, he didn't beat Aaron Gordon.
I mean, every dunk that he did was between the legs, all of them. Aaron Gordon was the only one that had like a sense of creativity about him as it went on.
Well, I mean, Aaron Gordon did. I just feel like
He
in
had
the
five
dunk.
straight 50s.
Here's the thing with the dunk contest: they're throwing them 50s out too easy.
To eat too easily.
I said
Too
that
easily.
as well.
It's like
anything was getting a 50.
Yeah. You can't just throw those 50s out. Then you can't get any
But-
better than that.
But that was one of the better dunk contests in probably the last 5 or 10 years, I would imagine.
I will
was a
say
really good one.
that this All-Star weekend was one of the more entertaining All-Star weekends because, obviously rooting for Bam in the skills challenge. Devin Booker was in the three-point contest. I think it was a runner-up.
Runner-up, yeah.
And then,
Lost
the
to
All-Star
Buddy
game.
Hield.
Yeah. Hate to see that. And then the All-Star game itself was
new format.
Yeah, the new format of the All-Star game made it definitely more watchable. Because here's the thing about these All-Star games: whether it's the NFL Pro Bowl, the All-Star game,
The Pro Bowl should
they're
just be done.
unwatchable. They're completely unwatchable.
Unwatchable.
I don't think, even if you're like a diehard sports fan, I don't know anybody that watches like, oh God, the Pro Bowl's this weekend.
I gotta watch that.
Gotta watch it. But the All-Star game was good, man. It came down to the game ended on a free throw, which was bad. But the way that they do it now is the fourth quarter's untimed is first team to 157.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they take the highest score at the end of the first three quarters and they add 24 to it.
That's right.
And that's the target.
The 24
score
in
that you have to
tribute to
get
Kobe.
to.
Yeah, and it's the first team to get to 157, and that made it definitely more competitive because the first three quarters were like most All-Star games in the past where it's just lobs, there's no defense. These guys were just out there having
That's
fun.
pretty much warm-ups.
Yeah, it's
warm-ups
pretty
for the
much
fourth.
warm-ups. But it was definitely competitive in the fourth quarter and probably one of the funner All-Star games that I remember watching.
And also, like you talk about the competitive, like some of the things that we talk about with some of the bigger stars kind of highlighted. James Harden had a shot late to win the game on a 2-point drive. He kicks it out. Didn't want to take the shot. I mean, it's just stuff like that. And then you see Giannis, he kind of tightens up in crunch time. He's not scoring the ball. He's playing great defense. And then Kemba Walker just went to, he just fell apart in that fourth quarter.
And you got Kyle Lowry out there taking charges. When's the last time you saw somebody take a charge in an All-Star game?
Had Joel
Never.
Embiid playing 30
Never.
plus minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's on a
He don't do that in the
timeline.
regular
No.
season.
Yeah, he's on a time restriction in the regular season. He's playing 30 plus minutes in an All-Star game.
Do you
so.
think they keep this format?
I think so. They might make some tweaks to it too. I mean, and
I
that's the
hope they
cool
keep
thing
it.
about David Silver, or Adam Silver, the
Yeah.
commissioner, is he's trying new stuff. So I give those guys credit.
I kind of hope they keep it just for the simple fact, like if their goal was to achieve or get a more competitive game out of it, then I thought they did that. Especially in the fourth. I mean, you got people like, I know there were a couple times LeBron was one-on-one with Giannis. Who doesn't want to watch that, especially with, the supporting cast that each of them had around them. Like, I think in the fourth quarter, it was just the starting fives out there going head-to-head the whole quarter.
Yeah, it was definitely a more watchable product than in years past. And then you hope the NFL took notes
Yeah, they got to do something.
and does something with the Pro Bowl because that's the most – they should just do away with it.
Yeah, there's no
Skills
need for a
challenge
Pro Bowl.
is the best thing about the Pro Bowl. But
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you think Kawhi deserved the MVP award at the end? Or the Kobe Bryant MVP
I
award?
guess so.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean,
It was the first couple of quarters. I mean, he hit 7 threes in the first quarter or something crazy. He ended up with 30 points. I know that. I think he hit 8 threes in the game. And, I mean,
crazy.
you could have probably, with these All-Star games, there ends up being 5 to 6 guys that, you
Really
can,
ball.
Yeah, you can really give the MVP to, which is now named the Kobe Bryant MVP award, fittingly for the All-Star game. So I think we're all in agreement that it's a better format and definitely just a much more watchable and I mean, I would say the most watchable
All-Star
pro sports
game,
All-Star game.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree with that 100%.
All right. Well, we'll talk a little bit about with high school basketball, you've got the district tournaments getting ready to come up and seeding. Everybody's kind of falling into
Man.
place. And, I think one of the coolest things is we have a Mr. Basketball candidate right here in the mountains, Cody Potter, which we all knew was coming. I mean,
Yeah.
Cody Potter was a great player his entire career at Shelby Valley. He's really, really balling out right now.
Yeah, and if you check out our Facebook status, we did a video. Corey put up a video Friday evening, and it's just a highlighted video, showcasing some of the stats and some of the things Cody Potter's done in his career. Legit top 5 Mr. Basketball candidate. Who votes on Mr. Basketball is the media members and all the coaches in the state. So if everybody in Eastern Kentucky, comes together, all the coaches and everything, maybe he has a shot. I mean, the problem that he's going to face is he's not in Louisville or Lexington. I mean, the big areas, usually gets the Mr. Basketballs. And, and maybe that's rightfully so because it's such a big area. But still, Cody Potter is as good as anybody you'll find in the state. One of the best shooters you'll see. Comes off the screens, catch and shoot. I mean,
quick trigger, too.
Quick trigger.
Gets shot off quick.
When he gets hot, I mean,
he's capable of creating his own shot, too.
Oh, yeah,
He's a
underrated
3-level
passer.
scorer on offense.
Yeah.
He sees the floor really well.
Sees the floor well, underrated passer. He gets about 10 rebounds a game his whole career. He holds Shelby Valley school record for points and rebounds. I mean, passed up Elisha Justice a few weeks ago for most points.
It's not an easy task.
Who was the last Mr. Basketball
from the mountains.
Yeah.
And also we've got Katie Ball from Belfry, who's a Miss Basketball candidate. She is. If you've not seen Katie Ball play, you need to go and watch this girl play. She's about 6'1", 6'2", maybe 6'3". I don't know. She's a tall girl, but she puts it on the floor. Mm-hmm. She gets to the basket. She can score from anywhere. She can make threes. She passes well. There's not much she can't do.
She's one of those do-it-all players.
Earlier in the season we talked about her having a 40-plus point game, a 25-point rebound or a 25-rebound game, and 9 assists. I mean, that right there, that one game kind of encapsulated what she does. We'll have a story on her. We got a story of Cody Potter in Tuesday's paper. We'll have a story about Katie Ball as well. What's going to hurt her in Miss Basketball running is she came from Mingo Central. She didn't play last year during her junior season, so
she's only had 1 year playing in Kentucky.
Yeah, and this is the first time a lot of people are getting to see her play in this state. So a lot of people don't really know a whole lot about Katie Ball, but she's as good as anybody you'll find anywhere in the state. I mean, size, skill. I mean, fun to watch. I always say she reminds me of like a female version of Ralph Sampson.
And to piggyback off what you said, man, I think if she would have got to play last year in Kentucky, I think she would have been more of a known commodity this year and would have had a really legitimate shot at being maybe the hands down Miss Basketball the way she's playing.
Well, there's some really good girls players in this state too who are doing big things and going D1s and signing major colleges. So she had some stuff to battle against, some already girls with name recognition and stuff this year. So but she's I voted for her. I mean, I already did my voting. I'm not gonna lie. Well, so I voted for both of those. We hope everybody does. We'd love to see Cody and Katie Ball, get Mr. and Miss Basketball.
Yeah. And Katie Ball is going to be a player people are going to continue to be able to see right here home. She's staying home, going to UPike, playing for the Bears. That's correct?
That's correct.
So
hell of a pickup.
Yeah, great pickup for the UPike women's team. And then
Dodo Rowe was Coach of the Year in the same voting by the KABC. And Dodo's his second year coaching. His daughter Cassidy in a couple years is probably going to be a finalist for this Miss Basketball. And what a phenomenal job he's done. I mean, took Shelby Valley to the All-A Classic State tournament this year. He's right there. He's in a great position to win a region or a district. I mean, Python and Valley, are two of the teams. Belfry's another one of those teams. Martin County. I mean, there's several teams that can win their districts and regions. But, Shelby Valley's in that mix because of the job Coach Dodo Rowe's done. I mean, just phenomenal job. And we're keeping this is the last week of regular season, and everything starts up, and we don't have all the seedings done. I mean, we got some big games between Phelps and Pike Central girls. Pike Central girls win it; they get the number 1 seed. We still got to figure out who's the 3 and 4 seed in the 59th, in the girls division. So East Ridge and Jenkins play Friday, so that will decide that. Belfry and Pike Central boys play to see who's the 2 and 3 seed, which they know Phelps is going to be the 1 seed, so that one doesn't matter as much about that seeding. But, I mean, some big games coming up this late in the season, which is unheard of because of the flu and the weather and everything.
Right.
So, I mean, it's going to get interesting even to the last day. So, plenty good basketball in this regular season. Don't say, oh, districts, I'm going to take a week. No, just keep up with it. Go out and support these kids. And there's a lot of excitement right now.
And support these guys. Check out there because these guys are going to have it covered wall to wall. You can guarantee that they're out at these games almost every day of the week, and it's lining up for just an unbelievable 15th region tournament. I mean, it's going to be unreal. I mean, I know it's fun every year, but this year we've established is pretty much wide open.
And we've said that since day one.
Yeah.
There's so much talent, so many good teams, both boys and girls. Usually there's a team who's a little bit ahead of everybody else, and the other teams are like trying to up. This year, there's a lot of even teams, and boys-wise, it's going to be phenomenal. Girls-wise, it's going to be phenomenal. And every year, if this place, like when you come over here, there's an excitement, there's a feel. And when the place starts rocking west, you know how fun it is.
Yeah, it's awesome. Student sections get going. I mean, these fan sections, it's just an atmosphere that you can't reproduce. This high school basketball, especially during tournament time, it's win or go home, 15th region, no more games. I mean, these people really get into it, and they bring it to fan sections. We're looking forward to it.
And there's no better place in the region to host that than the arena here. I mean, there's no high school that can host this tournament and do it justice the way that this place does.
Then Kentucky. Kentucky basketball played at home against Ole Miss. Just kind of hung on in that game.
Played bad.
I didn't get to watch the game until Sunday because of Bourbon and Spirits Winterfest, which is, by the way, great time.
I didn't get to come and check it out, but I'll take your word. I'd say it was a spectacular event.
I'm still on the mend.
Oh, I'd imagine so.
Lots of water, Pedialyte. I'm getting back in there, though. But we had a great time. Anyway, Kentucky barely able to hang on. Ole Miss stinks, by the way.
They do.
I know the commentators at the end of the game were talking about this Ole Miss team was going to be dangerous come tournament time. No. And this Brian Tyree, is that how you say his name? Brian? Yeah, Brian Tyree. I just don't see it. To me, from what I saw, and I, again, rewatched the game on Sunday, it looks like to me Ole Miss stinks. Kentucky, but this Kentucky team, we kind of play down the competition. We get up for the good teams, and we play down toward, with these. Mississippi's 13-12.
Yeah, to me, this is a game UK played bad. Probably should have lost, found a way to win. If there's a silver lining in anything, it's like you can play bad and still find a way to win. If you're Coach Cal, that's what you build on. But you want to see them playing better and go out and take care of business and put this team away.
Right.
They don't put anybody away. They had to come from behind to get this win. And I don't know. I mean, they didn't play well at all the whole time. Down the stretch, they stepped up and made some shots and played a little better defense and got lucky, I thought, and found a way to win. But
I mean, we were down at the half.
Yeah.
Well, they trailed most of the game until the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and I mean, Nick Richards continues to I think at this point he's definitely going to find himself as an All-American at the end of the year, playing well, 16 points, 7 rebounds in this game. Unfortunately, we probably needed more from him. Ashton Hagens, not a huge game points-wise, but he's always going to play. He's always going to guard the opposite team.
He's got to find a way to stay on the floor and not foul. He got in foul trouble. I think he fouled out.
Yeah.
And, he's the type of player he can affect the game whether he's scoring or not, but he's got to find a way to stay on the floor.
Emmanuel Quickly, 17 points, 14 for Tyrese Maxey, and 5 rebounds. If there was a bright thing on the stat line, to me, it's E.J. Montgomery almost had 10 rebounds, 8 rebounds, which is exactly what you need from this guy.
Yeah.
We don't need E.J. Montgomery to be a 15 and 10 guy. We need him to go out and play defense and get rebounds.
Yeah.
And if we can count on him for that, I think this Kentucky team could make a deep run. I saw one of the analysts on ESPN say that he thought there were at least 12 teams right now that could win the national
Oh,
championship.
I would imagine so.
There's no clear-cut favorite.
And when I watched this Kentucky team, man, and I saw it again in this game. I mean, I didn't see it in this game, but looking at this, it seems like we shot from the free throw line pretty well. But I'd still like to see more total free throws. Like, they got a bunch of dudes that if they go to the rim, man, they're tough to stop, especially if they can, get those dump off passes and stuff like that. They like to do.
80% from the line.
Well, watching the game, like a couple times, I thought we drove to get a foul instead of to try to make a basket. And when you're doing that, you throw up something bad and you usually don't get the call. That was the case for us a few times. So to me, I'd rather see them attack the basket and be aggressive. If they get fouled, fine.
Yeah,
if they're not, whatever.
That's the point I was trying
But
to
I mean, just to try to go in and throw something up and hope you get bailed out, I hate seeing that. Like, to take the basket, try to finish.
Well, and the thing that jumps right out at you is Kentucky was 2 for 22 from 3.
Yeah, could not throw it in the ocean.
9%.
Quickly missed, I don't know how many wide open shots. I mean, but, you got to give Quickly the credit because I think he knocked down both of the threes. And, he didn't pass up open threes. Even if you're not making them, you still got to shoot them if they're there because it's a good shot if you're open.
Yeah, we out-rebounded Ole Miss 41-33, 11 offensive rebounds. So, that's a broadside a little bit for us.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Kentucky just gets killed on the board sometimes. So it's good to see him kind of come out on the better end of that. But, listen, we got a big game coming up. Today's Monday. We're recording on Monday. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, Super Tuesday, going up against LSU, who lost twice last week maybe, and fell out of the top 25. Very good. It's a good team, though. Good team.
Athletic, quick. They get out on a fast break. I mean, that might be one of the only teams that I would not want to run with. But, I mean, it's going to be a challenge. LSU always plays us tough. I mean, it doesn't matter what the consequences or situations are. They always play tough.
Yeah, and Kentucky jumped back up into the top 10 with the win against Ole Miss. And also, LSU just signed Sharif O'Neal. Did you see that?
Big signing. I mean, Sharif, he's had heart problems, not got really to play, but a major prospect coming into college who's never really got his career going.
I'll never forget, and this is going to date me a little bit, and probably you too, but whatever. Shaq, back when he played for LSU. Do you remember Darren Feldhouse and John Pelfrey trying to guard Shaq?
And Jamal Mashburn also.
It was tough.
Nobody could do anything with him.
Yeah,
he was just a force.
And that's the evolution of the game because you just don't see those dominant back to the basket guys anymore.
And we'll date ourselves a little bit more. When Shaq came in as a freshman, he didn't get a whole lot of playing time because he was not the best center. Stanley Roberts was the top center in the country, and Shaq couldn't get on the floor because of the guy.
Boy, how that changed when he got to the NBA.
Yeah,
he battled some different kind of demons.
Stanley Roberts had some problems, but he was an absolute stud. I mean, anybody's going to keep Shaq because Shaq was a generational talent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. But anybody that's able to keep him on the bench, is a serious player. But Shaq's still one of the most dominant players
of all time. He's probably the most dominant. To me, I think LeBron is more of a Shaq comparison because of the dominance. Just bigger, stronger, faster than anybody at their positions.
And I can't believe the turn that I've taken on LeBron. I was a LeBron guy. You know that.
I know you were. A lot of that might have been my hate and my not hate, but my dislike for LeBron.
I'm going to tell you right now what swayed me toward not liking LeBron is that freaking show on HBO. I should have never watched it. He's awful. He is awful. I mean, the show, whatever. Think what you want about the show. Maybe it's interesting. I just don't. Something about LeBron just.
Well, my whole take on that show is, if you're going to have a show like that and you're going to have discussions, not everybody has to agree with you. Yeah,
there is no biased. There's no unbiased opinion on that show.
There is none. Anything he says is law.
Yeah,
and stuff like that kills me. Like, if you're going to have shows like that, like have shows where you have discussions, have different point of views, have people who disagree from time to time. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But everything the guy says,
welcomed in a show.
Not in LeBron's barbershop, my friend.
Not LeBron's barbershop.
You can't come into LeBron's house.
Yeah,
you disagree with LeBron.
No, they throw you out. they'd shave your head and then throw you out.
Yeah. Probably your
That
beard.
Ted
too.
probably wouldn't look that bad on me.
I mean, maybe not. We'll
Maybe
find
not.
out in a few years.
I would need a bigger beard, though, I think.
I don't know.
Like, if you're going to go
How old are you?
20, going to be 26 this month.
You're hanging on up there.
Keep that in mind, fans. Send me birthday wishes.
Man, I'm sure we'll get a ton of birthday stuff sent to the Appalachian newspapers to Josh Blankenship, or if you just see
Did
him
he just blow that kiss to Corey?
No, I blew it
Yeah.
to the camera.
Corey just got up and walked out, so this may go on forever.
Corey might
'cause he
throw
just
something at
left.
us in a minute.
He just left. Anyway, we want to give a quick shout out to I'll let you.
Levin
do this.
Rodriguez of Johnson Central. And there's this photo from the state wrestling tournament. Levin finished third, which is a great showing. But in one of his matches, one of his opponents got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So Levin picks him up and carries him off the mats in a great show of sportsmanship, which is a phenomenal thing. If you haven't seen that photo, try to find it. We've got some photos coming in our pencil paper of the tournament. But you know, sometimes it's more about the camaraderie and helping somebody when they're hurt than about winning all the time. So just congratulations to Levin. What character, and that's the type of the kids that Johnson Central and Coach Matney produces. I mean, just great stuff.
An unbelievable show of sportsmanship. And since he wasn't here last week, and I'll just hit you with real quick fire.
Oh yeah.
Favorite sports movie?
Favorite sports movie?
Top three. Yeah,
Top
yeah,
three.
go ahead and give us top three. No pressure. There's no
A
cameras. or anything
top
on it.
three?
On the spot.
On the
I
spot.
mean, come on. I could pull three.
Can I do any order?
I don't. Yeah, whatever.
The
Go
Replacements?
autobiographical and tell us about your life when you saw each one of them, please. Yeah,
So he
sure.
said replacements.
Okay.
That's him and
Hoosiers.
Mayhem.
Him and Mayhem.
Is it Hoosiers?
Who's
Yeah, Hoosiers, that's a good one.
And Glory Road, maybe.
Oh, Jesus.
Get out of here.
Are
You don't like
kidding
Glory
me?
Road?
There's no way I would ever watch that.
It's a Disney movie.
Yeah,
About UK
about you.
being awful and
Evil.
mean.
Evil
with the-
UK.
I don't think that's what it's about.
That's exactly what it's
That's-
about.
That's pretty much
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
about. Him and Mayhem should maybe hang out more.
I know they
I
got a
don't
lot
think
of
you all hang
similarities.
out enough.
Okay, then I'm taking off Glory Road and I'm putting in Sandlot.
Oh, that is
Okay,
it.
that's
Okay,
great.
you
Okay,
just
that's-
made up for that.
You just they
How
totally
did we
redeemed
not break
themselves.
out Sandlot? Such
So
a good
there's so
movie.
many
Because you're
of
not
them.
me.
Yeah, well,
There's so
How
many
did I
of them.
not break out Balls of Fury last week?
I actually like
Yeah.
that
Or
one.
Cool Runnings.
Could I put Dodgeball in there?
yeah, I was about to say
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball's a
Cool
great
Runnings
one.
is nice too. I like that one.
Patches O'Houlihan, one of the great
Yes.
all-time characters in a
Dude,
movie.
if he was my
There's-
coach in
there's
anything,
so
I
many,
could get behind whatever
nobody
I'm
even
supposed to
mentioned
do.
Rudy, and
Yeah,
Rudy's one of those
Rudy's-
all-time great.
Rudy
movies.
is the reason why I'm a closeted Notre Dame fan.
I mean,
I've
there's
said
so
that
many.
for a long
There's
time.
so many good
I don't think
sports
it's
movies.
Ah,
closeted anymore.
It's not closeted now. Yeah, I've
Is it
said
bad?
it.
I only remember parts of Rudy. Like I don't remember the whole movie.
That's pretty bad. You should definitely go watch
Yeah, you
Rudy.
should watch again. Rudy will get you fired up, man. You'll be
Yeah.
ready to go. Patches O'Houlihan with I don't know if you can say that or not. Do I have to drink my own urine? No, but I like it. And it's sterile. I mean, what a quote
What a
in
quote.
that movie. All right, that was a
Sterile,
good
I
job.
like the taste.
Yeah, it's
Totally-
sterile, and I like the taste. That's it.
He totally redeemed himself.
Yeah,
tonight.
he did good. He did good. Shout out
He's
to
learning. He's learning.
shout out to Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Killing me, Smalls.
I mean, just
Oh, killing me,
What a
Smalls.
great
One of all-time
character.
movie quotes in history.
what a great character. All right, Josh Blankenship. Okay, coming through in the clutch. But you and Mahan with the replacements.
Yeah, both.
I
of
don't
them.
think I've ever even seen the replacements. If
I've
I'm just
seen
It's
it,
pretty.
but
It's
I've
pretty
seen it.
funny. Like it's a
Neo.
yeah.
Neo's in there. I
Well,
know
he's
Neo's in.
Falco, Shane Falco, but
No, he's Neo always. Or John Wick. John Wick movies are
Or,
very
or he
good.
could be Johnny Utah from
Yeah,
hey,
Point
I'll tell you
Blank.
what, he
John.
played quarterback like John Wick. He was a killer.
Johnny Utah was a quarterback.
Was he quarterback at Ohio State?
Hurt his knee.
Yep. And then he started jumping out of planes
Yeah.
with no.
Chasing
Did
surfers.
anyone say the longest yard?
Surfing.
Are you talking about the original or
I
the
don't
Adam
really
Sandler
care
Well,
one?
the
for
original. I'm
Well, the
not.
original. Okay, you can get by with that.
I don't think I care for either one of them.
I like the original.
Really?
A lot.
Yeah. I mean, and I love Adam Sandler, and
Love
we
Adam Sandler.
did say
if
Happy Gilmore.
well, if you do Adam Sandler, you can do a whole sports movies of Adam Sandler,
Yeah.
and he's got probably a top 3 with Happy Gilmore and Waterboy. I mean,
Yep.
he's got a ton of them.
Waterboy was in my top 3 last
Yeah, Waterboy.
Water
Corey said
sucks.
Waterboy.
It really, really sucks.
All right, listen.
Gatorade. Okay,
What a better way to end than that? I can't think of one.
Josh
so.
Blankenship be breaking out in Showtime.
Josh, I think, may say the Pledge of Allegiance before it's over with, so, 'cause we got a flag over here off to our right. So thanks again from all of us, Corey Vance behind the camera. Be sure to join us next week and give us a like and a subscribe on all the social medias. I always want to forget that. We are at Unwired App on the Twitters.
On the Twitters.
The YouTubes.
We always have videos up on the Twitters and the Facebooks. I mean, anytime you want to see what's going on in high school sports, we've got highlights and usually interviews with coaches of that night. So whatever night it is, you can see where we're at,
and the iTunes.
Yeah,
yes,
on the
we are
iTunes.
newly on iTunes.
We are on we're Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, we're on iTunes, and these guys are out. They're getting content, so be sure to go and check it out. And we appreciate you joining us for another episode. We'll see you next week, episode 26.